CIMB Investment Bank is expecting net profit at local lenders to shrink by about 5% following Bank Negara's OPR cut yesterday. The central bank reduced the benchmark rate from 3.25% to 3%. CIMB research analyst Vincent Ng says the move will lead to banks cutting their lending rates, although the decline might not be as big as to mirror the 25 basis points cut. Assuming that the banks actually do cut their lending rates by 25 basis points, Ng says the worst affected lender would be Alliance Bank. He believes its earnings could fall by 11% because of its ratio of variable rate loans to total loans in FY17. The bank that will be the least affected would be Hong Leong Bank, with net profit projected to drop by 3.6%. On the bright side, he says the rate cut should catalyze the bank's loan growth. CIMB is keeping its overweight call on the banking sector on potential re-rating catalysts like EPS recovery in 2016 and attractive valuations. Axiata Group Berhad has appointed Michael Kuna to be the new CEO of Celcom effective September 1st. Kuna has more than 30 years of experience in the telco sector. He was the CEO of Bangladesh-based telco Robi Axiata from 2009 until 2013. That's after a stint at Nokia and Siemens. Meanwhile, his predecessor Dato Seri Shazali Ramli will be the group's regional CEO for Southeast Asia. Shazali has been with Celcom for 11 years and will have his tenure extended for another 3. Axiata says the changes are in line with its strategy to refresh the management teams, strengthen the corporate headquarters, and accelerate the group's transformation. MCorp Horizon, a wholly owned subsidiary of MCorp Properties, is planning to invest in the property market in Spain, but is not doing it alone. MCorp Horizon has inked a joint venture agreement with Grosvenor Europe Investments and its manager, Grosvenor Fund Management Spain, to set up a JV company called Urban Value at One Spain. The trio is planning to invest in a portfolio of real estate development and value-added projects in Madrid and other cities in Spain. Grosvenor Fund Management will manage the activities of the JV vehicle. Meanwhile, AmProp and Grosvenor Europe Investments, which will hold a 50% stake each in the JV company, will each contribute a capital commitment of 153.6 million ringgit. AmProp says the Spanish real estate market offers a huge potential for capital appreciation on a resurgence in economic activities. It intends to leverage on the expertise of Grosvenor, which has been in Spain since the year 2000. Malaysia's third special purpose acquisition company, Sona Petroleum, has proposed to wind up the company. This after failing to purchase its first qualifying asset ahead of the deadline at the end of this month. Sona is the second oil and gas SPAC proposing liquidation in the country, following Click Energy's move earlier this year. It wants to start the winding up process as soon as possible. Sona had proposed and failed to acquire Australia's Stag oil field after the sellers terminated the S&P agreement last month. The proposed deal was priced at $25 million or about 99 million ringgit. The company is currently in talks with several potential liquidators. Transparency International Malaysia has called on the authorities to fully disclose the Auditor General's report on 1MDB. TIM urges the government to table a special report in Parliament for debate and inform the public on the detailed findings from the report. Its President Dato Akbar Sattar questions whether there is anything that the government wants to hide from the public. The organisation claims that this is the best time to declassify the findings, as it would avoid whistleblower website Sarawak Report from exposing more of the AG's report. Since 1MDB is state-owned, Akbar thinks that the public has a right to know how the money was managed by the board of directors. Akbar adds that if the findings from the forensic audit discloses elements of fraud by 1MDB's management, it can be used to conduct a criminal investigation against the suspects.